Okay, we have a roll here with Brown Bear Jeremiah, starting from standing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull guard here. I have a grip on his collar. I usually prefer a cross collar grip. So now I'm going double sleeve grip, trying to kick him away. I felt like he was gonna try to knee slice, so I immediately went to reverse De La Hiva. He's really good at kind of smashing your knee shield and long stepping, which there's his long step. I was able to keep my knee shield in, but he went for an arm bar, so I rolled backwards to get out of that. He's keeping a collar grip, so I use my legs to kind of swallow his knee, go into an over-under pass. He's coming up, so I start to pin both of his legs down and jump to the other side. He did a nice little butterfly kick there, but I was able to recover before he came all the way up. So I'm just keeping a collar tie here, and I think I have a grip over his elbow. Kind of see if I can tilt him to one side and go for my own butterfly sweep. I go for a bit of an elevation, but he's able to drop his hip and kind of kill that butterfly hook. So now I'm switching to the opposite side. Still have my butterfly hooks in, and looks like this one was a little more successful, but I wasn't able to finish. Probably needed a lot more elevation to kind of get him all the way over. But he has a really good base, so it feels good to even get that far along. I've been working on my butterfly for a little while, so it's improved somewhat. It's still not where I need it to be, though. Going for a loop choke, but that's most of my loop choke attempts is just to kind of create a little bit of space and back people off when I feel they're getting a little too heavy or a little too close. Got a butterfly hook here, and this one I was actually able to complete the sweep, but he started jamming his own loop choke, I believe. And so I gotta consolidate the position, stop the grip, and just make sure I can breathe here. If I'm super deep, this one looks like it's pretty deep. Normally I'll just sit there and let them kind of wear out their grips. So I think he's also checking on me, make sure I didn't pass out. I'm letting him know that I'm good. And as soon as I start to feel that there's a gap, I'll be able to either roll. So he let go of the choke, but goes for a Kimura attempt here. So I'm just posturing up, keeping the weight on him, and trying to pry off one of his legs. So once I got that leg off, I should have had the pass there, but it looks like my head wasn't on his hips, so he was able to kind of bring his legs back. So that was a mess up on my part. I should have had his hips pinned, and that would have been a really clean pass. And so I roll out of this and try to reset, but he has me in a kind of a leg drag setup. I was able to hip escape and compose my guard for a moment, but then he got my leg over his shoulder, so I had to turtle up. From here, he's trying to cross face and start to pull me down to the side, but I started changing angles so that I'm in front of him. And then I sit back down to try to get, looks like I have an outside lapel wrapped around my leg. This type of guard, I'm sure there's a name for it. I use it mostly to slow things down. I don't have as many moves that I would like from it, but it does seem to slow people down. So it looks like I abandoned that lapel grip, and he came across almost to a north-south style position. So here I'm just protecting my arm because I know he wants the Kimura. And normally what I'll do is I'll spin out of it, or I'll shove my shoulder down hard. So this time I spinned into it, and I'm usually pretty confident in my strength to not get Kimura'd, and also my strength to posture up. If I roll forward, it's normally to bail on, because whoever has it is a lot deeper than I want them. So then I'll have to roll forward and just make sure that they don't put me into like an arm bar or wrist lock setup. So here I roll forward, but I keep his leg pinned. So the more I can keep his legs from being involved, the harder it is for him to get that finish. So he looks like he flipped me, but I flipped all the way out and then try to escape the turtle game. I span back up to do like a over-under pass, but he still has a really good grip on that arm. So until I can get that arm free, I don't feel comfortable passing. So it looks like I was finally able to rip it out, get past his knee, and now I'm using my knee on his shoulder to try to keep him pinned while I slowly move my arm out from in between his legs. If I use too much strength here or too much momentum, he's going to get clear. So I'll be able to get my arm out, but then I won't have control of him. So I'm stepping over here, and it looks like I might be going for like a Kanto style choke. I can't see if I have the grip on his neck or not. The Kanto choke is one of my favorite chokes. It allows you to put your legs into the choke. So I think this one might have been successful. It's hard to see at that angle, but if we stopped, I'm assuming it was a successful choke. It's a very strong choke because just like the bow and arrow, you're using your legs against their neck. It's very hard to stop if you can actually get it deep enough. Alright, so he's just pulling guard, and right here it looks like we're about to run out of time.